Today, we're diving into Stephen Covey's legendary book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is not just another self-help book. It's a true classic that has shaped the lives of millions for over 30 years. Why is it so important? Because Covey doesn't just say things like, be more productive or set goals. He gives us a complete system, a way to transform our mindset, habits, and daily actions so that effectiveness becomes a natural part of life. Many leaders, entrepreneurs, and ordinary people call this book a turning point, the moment when they finally understood what success really means. If you don't have the time to read 400 pages, this video will give you all the key lessons in a simple and clear way. We'll go through each of the 7 habits step by step, see how they work, and learn how to apply them in real life. Who will benefit the most from this book? Anyone who wants to boost personal productivity. Leaders and entrepreneurs who need to work better with people. Everyone seeking balance in life and wanting to escape constant chaos. So, let's begin this journey toward true effectiveness, one habit at a time. Habit 1. Be proactive. The very first habit Stephen Covey teaches is the foundation for all the others. Be proactive. What does that mean? To be proactive is to take responsibility for your life and your choices. You cannot control everything that happens around you. Crises, other people's behavior, random circumstances. But you can always control your response. Covey explains it this way. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space, you have the freedom to choose how to act. That is the essence of being human, the power to choose. Most people live reactively. They let outside conditions dictate their mood and actions. For example, if it rains, they say, "The weather ruined my day." If their boss yells, they yell back or get upset. If something goes wrong, they blame others. A proactive person is different. They realize, yes, it's raining, but my mood is up to me. Yes, my boss is angry, but I can stay calm. Yes, there are problems, but I can take action step by step. Covey introduces 2 key ideas: the circle of concern and the circle of influence. The circle of concern includes everything you worry about: politics, the weather, traffic, other people's mistakes. But most of these things you cannot change. The circle of influence includes the things you can directly affect: your habits, your skills, your relationships, your actions. Reactive people spend their time in the circle of concern, complaining, blaming, worrying. As a result, their influence shrinks. Proactive people focus on the circle of influence, and the more they act within the circle, the bigger it grows. Example: if you're unhappy with your health, a reactive person might say, "It's just bad genetics." A proactive person starts with what they can control: diet, exercise, sleep schedule. The takeaway: proactivity makes you the author of your own life. It's the shift from "I'm a victim" to "I choose my response." Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. The second habit is about living with a clear sense of direction. Covey says, all things are created twice, first in the mind, then in reality. Think about building a house. You always need a blueprint first. Nobody just stacks bricks randomly, hoping a house will appear. Life works the same way. Without a vision, you'll spend energy but may end up somewhere you never wanted to be. Covey suggests a powerful exercise. Imagine attending your own funeral. Sounds heavy, but the purpose is simple. What do you want people to say about you? Your family, your friends, your colleagues? What kind of person do you want to be remembered as? What values do you want to reflect? This helps you discover your core principles and life direction. Because success without meaning can feel empty. You might climb the career ladder only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. The main tool here is a personal mission statement. This is a short statement that defines what truly matters to you. It becomes your compass. With it, you can say yes only to what aligns with your mission, and no to distractions that pull you away. Example: if family is your highest value, you won't take a job that destroys your home life. If honesty is central to you, you won't join a project that forces you to compromise your integrity. The big idea. Living with the end in mind means knowing the picture of your life and taking steps every day to move closer to it. Habit 3. Put first things first. Habit 3 is the practical side of Habit 2. If Habit 2 is about knowing where you want to go, Habit 3 is about managing your life so you actually get there. Covey's advice is simple. Put first things first. Do the most important things first. He explains this using the time management matrix, 4 quadrants of activity: urgent and important, crises, deadlines, emergencies. Not urgent but important, planning, health, relationships, self-development. Urgent but not important, phone calls, emails, other people's requests. Not urgent and not important, social media scrolling, pointless distractions. Most people live in quadrants 1 and 3, always putting out fires or reacting to other people's urgency. The tragedy is that they neglect quadrant 2, the one where real growth happens. Examples: if you invest in your health now, quadrant 2. You avoid medical crises later, quadrant 1. If you nurture relationships, you prevent conflicts. If you keep learning, you won't hit a dead end in your career. The key to Habit 3 is discipline. Don't let urgent little things consume your life. Schedule your week so that important, meaningful actions come first. Ask yourself daily, what matters most right now? And then do that first. Habit 4. Think win-win. The 4th habit is about how we relate to others. Covey explains, interdependence is more powerful than independence. Yes, independence matters, but true success comes when we can work together, build trust, and create value for everyone. The win-win mindset is based on abundance. It's the belief that life has enough for all of us, and that someone else's success doesn't mean your loss. Covey contrasts different mentalities. Win/lose. I win, you lose. This works in the short term but destroys relationships over time. Lose/win. I'll give in so you can win. This creates resentment and weakens self-respect. Lose/lose. If I can't win, nobody will. Driven by envy or revenge, it's a dead end. Win/win. Let's find a solution where we both win. This requires honesty, respect, and creativity. Example: in business negotiations, many focus on grabbing the biggest piece of the pie. But the win-win mindset asks, how can we make the pie bigger so both sides get more? Partnerships built this way last longer and create greater results. It's important to note, win-win doesn't mean being soft or trying to please everyone. It's a position of strength and maturity. I seek my goals, but I also want you to succeed. The takeaway: don't settle for compromise, aim for synergy, where the outcome is greater than what either side imagined. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. The 5th habit is at the core of all communication. Covey points out that most people don't really listen to understand. They listen to reply. They're busy preparing their answer, rehearsing arguments, or waiting for their turn to speak. But real influence starts when you truly try to understand the other person. This goes beyond hearing words. It means stepping into their world, seeing through their eyes, and feeling their emotions. Covey calls this empathetic listening. It's different from ordinary listening. Don't rush to give advice. If I were you, don't interrupt. Don't minimize feelings. Oh, that's nothing. Instead, ask clarifying questions, reflect emotions, and show that you're fully present. Example: a child comes home upset and says, "Nobody likes me." A reactive parent might reply, "Of course people like you. Don't say that, but the child won't feel understood. An empathetic parent might say, "You're feeling lonely right now, aren't you?" That creates trust and opens the door to deeper sharing. Why does this matter? Because once a person feels truly understood, they become open to hearing you. Only then can real communication happen. The big idea: if you want to influence people, first understand them. That's the doorway to trust and cooperation. Habit 6. Synergize. The sixth habit is the ultimate level of working with others. Synergy. What does it mean? Synergy happens when the result of collaboration is greater than the sum of individual parts. It's when 1 plus 1 is equal to 3 or even 5. When people combine different talents, perspectives, and experiences, they can create outcomes no one could achieve alone. Covey explains that synergy becomes possible only when you practice the earlier habits. Being proactive, having clear goals, setting priorities, thinking win-win, and listening with empathy. Then, differences are no longer threats, they become resources. Instead of fearing disagreement, effective people embrace it. Different viewpoints unlock new solutions that no single person could see. Examples: in business, a team with diverse backgrounds, a finance expert, a creative thinker, and an engineer, can design a product none of them could build alone. In a family, spouses with different personalities can discover better solutions than either would on their own. The takeaway: synergy is the art of celebrating differences. It's not about conflict or compromise, but about creating something greater together. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. The seventh and final habit is about your most valuable resource, yourself. Covey calls it, sharpen the saw. Imagine a woodcutter working all day with a dull saw. Someone tells him, "Stop for a while and sharpen it. It'll be easier." But the woodcutter replies, "I don't have time to sharpen the saw. I'm too busy cutting." This is exactly how many of us live. Too busy working to invest in renewal. But without sharpening, we burn out. Covey identifies 4 key areas to renew regularly: physical, exercise, nutrition, rest. This gives you energy. Spiritual, connection to values, meaning, faith, meditation, nature. This gives inner strength. Mental, reading, learning, developing new skills. This keeps the mind sharp. Social/emotional, relationships, service, empathy, connection. This builds support and resilience. Examples: skip exercise long enough, and your health will demand attention. Stop learning, and your career stalls. Neglect relationships, and you'll face hard times alone. The big idea: highly effective people make time to renew themselves. Balance and self-care fuel long-term success. This final habit ties everything together, ensuring the other 6 habits stay strong over a lifetime. Additional insights and practical tips. Now that we've covered all 7 habits, Covey adds several powerful ideas that bring the whole system to life. These insights are what turn theory into practice. 1. Effectiveness is not about quick fixes. There's no magic pill. Effectiveness is built through habits, step by step. That's why the book is structured like a staircase, from private victory to public victory. 2. Private victories come before public victories. Habits 1 to 3 are about self-mastery. You must first learn to manage yourself before you can manage relationships effectively. Habits 4 to 6. 3. Balance between independence and interdependence. Many people think independence is the ultimate goal. Covey shows that true greatness comes from mature interdependence, when people work together, not just side by side. 4. Abundance versus scarcity. Scarcity mindset says, if you win, I lose. Abundance mindset says, there's enough for everyone. This shift changes how we see success and how we collaborate. 5. The ladder on the wrong wall. One of Covey's strongest images. Climbing the ladder quickly, only to realize it's leaning against the wrong wall. That's why beginning with the end in mind is essential. 6. The power of small wins. You don't have to master all 7 habits at once. Start small, maybe with proactivity. Each small victory builds momentum for the next. Over time, small wins compound into transformation. 7. The emotional bank account. Every interaction makes a deposit or withdrawal in your relationship bank account. Deposits, honesty, kindness, keeping promises, build trust. Withdrawals, criticism, betrayal, neglect, drain it. A strong account makes relationships resilient. 8. Harmony of the 4 dimensions. Covey closes the book by stressing balance. Physical, spiritual, mental, and social. Ignore one, and the others will eventually suffer. Practical tips from Covey. Ask daily, what's in my circle of influence? Act there. Weekly, plan quadrant 2 activities. Important but not urgent. Write your personal mission statement, your compass. In conflict, aim for win-win even if it takes more effort. Practice empathetic listening. Listen to understand, not to reply. See differences as resources, not threats. Invest in self-renewal every day. Read, exercise, connect with people. Conclusion. We've now walked through all 7 habits of highly effective people. This book isn't about quick fixes or shallow motivation. It's a complete framework for building your life around principles, not just reacting to circumstances. Let's recap. Be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Think win-win. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Synergize. Sharpen the saw. Each habit is a building block. Together, they form the foundation for a successful, meaningful, and balanced life. Covey's main point is simple but powerful. Success is not something that happens to you. It's something you create by living your values and building the right habits. So here's a question for you. Which idea will you start applying tomorrow? Will it be proactivity, prioritizing what matters, or listening with empathy? Share your thoughts in the comments. It'll help lock the lesson in for yourself and inspire others. And of course, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss future deep dives into the world's best self-development books.